And how are we all doing today? So today we're going to be going out and making cryopods. We're starting to get more and more tames. Our base is starting to get a little bit busy, so I thought I'd do an episode showing you how quickly and easily you can get cryopods made up on the island. So the first step is you need to be level 51. So to make the cryopods, you need a certain amount of ingredients. So you're going to need 10 crystal, 15 fiber, 5 hide, 2 metal ingots or scrap metal ingots, 4 oil, and 8 polymer or organic polymer to make a cryopod. Okay, so we've got most of the ingredients that we need. So I'm planning on making 10. So as you can see, I've got the hide, the fiber, and the metal ingots already. So we just need to get the oil, the polymer, and the crystal. Now the crystal, one of the earliest places to find crystal in ARK, we've got a Diplodocus that may come up and want to say hello, is out here on the map. So if we want to actually, we'll get the GPS out so you can see it fully. So we're at 7547, also known as Metal Crystal Hill. And there is crystal that grows here. The other places you need to go get the crystal if you're on the map and you can't seem to find it is in the caves, and there's a few other locations around. There's some in the snow biome and in some of the underwater caves. So there's crystal around, but this is a nice easy start area, and as you can see there are a lot of metal nodes as well. So I've got Calamity Jane with us today just because she can carry a lot, and we'll make it a lot easier to get around on the map. I also have fur armor, as you can see. So we're going to be going up into the snow biome for the polymer and the oil. And look at this guy. He wants to just hang out with us. But to make the 10 cryopods, I'm going to need to have 100 crystal. So I think I might be good with just all the crystal I can get from up here. Okay. Let's have a look. We have 80. So, hopefully we can get 20 more. At night time, it's a lot easier to farm the crystal because you can actually see it glowing, which is quite cool. Okay, I think that's all the crystal we're going to get. But, it's definitely going to be enough to make at least 8. Okay, so we should be able to make 9. So we need 10 crystal for each one. If we get lucky, we might find some crystal on the way up there. We'll see if we can find some to get the extra 4 that's needed. Or we could just grab that crystal that I missed. There we go. So we definitely have enough to make 10. We have enough to make 12 if we really want to. So then we're going to want to head north. It is so bright today. Let's turn that gamma down. It is a very, very bright day. It's usually raining. I guess because we're not taming, no rain. So we're going to head out to the snow biome. So we're going to head north. So up towards where we filmed getting the kaikaroo and the polymer the other day. We'll go get some oil. We'll go get some polymer. And then we'll go make some cryopods and clean up all the animals on our base. Okay, so we've stopped quickly to show you this drop. So drops are one of the ways that you can make a cryopod. You can see here there is a cryopod symbol. You can also make them in TEP replicators. But you need to be level 100, I think, to unlock the TEP replicators. So while making it in one of the drops or in an obelisk at level 51. So we're going to be making it in an obelisk today. And look at this Argentavis here. We're going to have to come back with Lamia, because Lamia, there is a beautiful black and red and orange Argy. So
sounds amazing.
We will come back and get it. You'll be able to see it on the video. Okay, so we're heading into the cold. It's time to put on our winter clothes. Okay, so we're heading up to the oil and the kaikaroo for the organic polymer and oil. So we need to get 40 oil and 80 polymer, but because the organic polymer runs out, has a timer on it, I'm probably going to aim for over 80 just to be safe. And there is a Sarco in the snow, which makes no sense. But then if you know the story of ARK, you'll understand why that makes no sense. Okay, so we're just going to head over to where there is no Sarco. And it looks like there is a good chunk of Kaikuru out there today. And then I think today we will go to the blue obby, because I haven't been there yet. So that'll be cool to go check out and make stuff there. Okay, so I need 4 oil. So to make 10, I'm going to need 40 oil. And there we are, 40 oil. And I haven't caught a Pelagornis yet, so I'm... Oh, this is terrible. A baby Kaikuru. I am a monster. So we're just going to get some... Oh gosh, it doesn't want to die. That is terrible. But we did get 24 organic polymer, so that's a start. So once we collect all of the polymer, we will then head over and show you how to make some cryopods. But for now, I get to be a terrible human being and kill a bunch of penguins. I may have to bounce over to the other island, which means that I'll probably also do a run on silica pearls quickly. Look at that, I'm getting 8 organic polymer from the adults. We have another baby. Oh god, do the babies give more? If they do, that is the developers of ARK. Why would you do this? No, they give the same amount. That's good. This is terrible. So another way to get... Oh, we got a Yudi up in the distance there. Wonder what level it is, because it seems to be by itself. Okay, level 25. Uranus egg will help me make extraordinary kibble, so... In the next coming days we are going to be working on expanding the base and getting the kibble farm going, so that's going to be something that we will need. And I'm pretty sure that coming here, heading down to the snow, definitely in moments like this, because they do sometimes fall. Look at this standoff between Sabertooth and Uranus. But yeah, so I could probably set up over there a trap and lure it over. But that'll be for another day. Let's see how much polymer we have at the moment. Okay, we have 72 polymer, so we're just going to go over to the other little snow area that has some Kaikuru on it and get the remainder. More often than not, there's trouble going on here, so I'm just going to be careful before I land and make sure that there's nothing too crazy. I can see a moose, a couple of moose, meese. But what's chasing them? Is that that's an alpha wolf. And there is a Pelagornis. But I think if we land just over here and get these few, we should be okay. And as you can see over here, there's the extra crystal. If I needed to get more crystal, this is where I would come. But we're just going to kill these Kaikuru. I'm just really worried that the Sabertooth is going to drop down. Okay, so that's the 8 that I need, but I'm just going to get more for safety. That's 16. Okay, we should be good. Let's go and get some cryopods made up. So I always find the obelisk just to be the best spot to make the cryopods personally. I mean, once I have a tech replicator, I'll be using that, but the obelisk, unlike the drops have a time before they disappear, so you know, the last thing you want is to be making a bunch of cryopods, because they can take a little bit of time to make. I mean, it's not too crazy, but if you're doing a bulk run, you don't want the drop to disappear while you're making the cryopods. And there is the lag. And that's one thing we don't have to worry about, is the lag messing up our craft too. So for the obelisk, it never goes away. We're safe. We're not going to lose our mats. So apparently I'm hot. I'm in the snow and I'm hot. That's how good the armor is. But yeah, one of the next things we need to do is go out and get a bunch of pelt. So we're going to have to go on a hunting trip with Lamia and Motoko. But yeah, the blue obelisk is a location that you don't usually have many people at too. You know, you need the armor. It can sometimes be dangerous. I've yet to have any true dangerous encounters on the blue obby, but I know a few mates that have had some run-ins at times. Although, at this one, it is looking like, because it is an old server, it is built up on. Look at this. Oh wow, somebody's got a forge that they've painted. So okay, so the blue obby might be nice and chill if there's not really any thing here. It looks like there's some built up stuff going on, so hopefully the pillars over there is going to stop too much chaos. Okay, so we're just going to put all the stuff that we have. So if you're uploading your character to other servers, as you can see here, travel to another server, you'd be wanting to put your stuff in the ARK data and to upload your creatures so that you can take them with you. But for making the cryopod, as you can see here, you're just going to want to put it in the tribute terminal. So we've got the fiber, we've got the hide, we've got the polymer. Now we just need to get the crystal, metal ingots and the oil. Just why you can see having the RG is good. You want to park nice and close just so that you have easy access to everything. Okay, so now that I've put all the things into the terminal, you can see here that I can craft 10. But it's usually one at a time, so I have to tell it to do it each time. So you can also use the key command, so there's craft 1, which is E, and craft all, which is 8. So we'll just keep hitting E, and as you can see, we're making the cryopods. Now there seems to be a countdown. I haven't worked out what that countdown is. I've never seen it until I came to this server, so I'm guessing it's when the stuff disappears, although I can't see stuff disappearing in the tribute terminal because, you know, that's when you usually leave it for a while, but I'm guessing maybe on vanilla there's a countdown. But as you can see, we're making a fair amount of cryopods, which means that we will be able to clean up our creatures. Now they do have a countdown here, as you can see. They lose their charge after 29 days and, you know, 23 hours, so pretty much, you know, 30 days. Once I get to a higher level though, I am going to be able to make a cryofridge. It runs on electricity and it allows me to recharge the cryopods. So that is probably going to be one of the things we do next. But as you can see there, whoops, I've got the tilde on. As you can see there, I learn it at level 88. So we've got a few levels yet. But we have a bunch of cryopods. We're now going to head back and I will give you an update on the base while we put some of the new animals that we got away. So I'll head back and we'll do a tour of the base. Okay, so we're back at the base and we're going to now go cryopod some animals, have a bit of a tour and a bit of chat about one other way to store cryopods when you don't have a cryofridge. So, as you can see, we've been collecting a lot more animals. So we've got the ones that we're given. And then here we have another Pteranodon. We have Terry. We have Suipet. We've caught this Tech Parasaur that you saw the other day. But we now have another Moss Chops and a few more other animals around. So I've just been to get some cryopods, as you saw. So let's go here and have a look at these guys here. So we have our Sarco. It's got 25 days. We have our baby Deinonychus. We have our male Triceratops. And we have the juvenile Arizona, who we need to finish maturing. But as you can see, they have 25 days. Now we don't have a cryofridge which can recharge them. But what we do have is a fridge, and if you look here and you see us put it in the fridge, it doubles the time that they have. So when you don't have a cryo fridge and you just want to have a little bit more longevity, you can actually store them in your fridge if you have a fridge. So that is one way to get stuff happening before you reach level 88. So we're just going to equip the cryopod here. This is the new moss chops that we've got, so we're just going to pick her up. Once we get the areas done a bit more efficiently, we're getting some stables being made. We will actually get them out, but until then, just to save space, because it is getting a little bit hectic, we're going to cryopod a lot of these creatures up and put them away. Okay. So we have our other Pteranodon that we caught. And we'll probably also put Sweetbet away too. We'll leave the dodos out because we do want to keep making the eggs for the basic kibble. But a lot of the other creatures we will be putting away. There's a Lamia. How you doing today, Lamia?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Not too shabby. So you've been working on the fence line?
I have.
Do you want to give us a tour of what you're doing and what you're planning on doing?
I could, but first I want to show you something I learned.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes. Okay, you've been learning the emotes.
I finally learned how to emote. So exciting.
Very cool. Very, very cool. But yeah, you want to take us?
I know. Right?
Do you want to take us a tour on what you're building at the moment?
Alrighty, if you want to follow me. Just going to go out the back way.
Mm-hmm.
Once I learn how to use a door. Alrighty, so in the back area here, we are setting up a dino area.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be like a dino pen for dinos to run around outdoors. It'll lead down into a water pen eventually because there's a nice little bay down there with a giant megalodon in it.
Nice to know.
And you can see on the sides we've got the fence line going in. And I've done that on that far right-hand side, as well as the far left-hand side, all the way down to that water line.
Okay.
I'm going to possibly put in a large warehouse in this area so we can store our breeders indoors. And yeah, that's about it really. Just want to keep them safe from roving dinos and have a nice little hatchery area.
Sounds good. Now, where can I put the dodo pen? Where would you like to have that? I'd like to have it close to this area, but you are the architect.
Okay, well this area we're currently on is going to be for the big dinos for breeding.
Mm-hmm.
So the dodo pen, I'd probably recommend moving it in this way a little bit. And theoretically, if we can do it, maybe just up on the rocks and we'll have some stairs coming down.
Sounds good. I know I am planning to expand this garden soon.
Yeah, also depending on how big you want the dodo pen, the rock directly behind you has a overhang just here, and that's completely flat.
Okay. Well, we'll have to hop onto the private server. And
it's only like 3 walls high.
Cool, cool.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, thank you for that. I am now going to go finish cryopodding the guys and finish off the episode. Okay, so now we've got Penny, who we're also going to put away for now. We will bring them out for sizing once we start building. Okay. We've got Swoopet here that we also need to grab. And that way we're losing less food as we use these guys. Not that often. So by putting them away, we're just going to be keeping everything a little bit more streamlined until we get the full base set up. And we also have cryopods for when we want to go and tame some new tames, i.e. the Thylacoleo. So I probably will take this Pteranodon with me to another server just to see how that all goes. But that's for today's episode. We're all done. So I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you enjoy our journey and want to see where we're going and get notifications. And we will see you tomorrow.